Hey guys, it's Carrie, also known as K-chan. I thought that I would record Feather's Cosmere Pronunciation meme. But the thing is that if you've ever listened to some of the 17th Shard podcasts, namely Shardcast Season 0 and the more recent Shard Keepers, you already know what I sound like, so I thought I would shake things up a little bit and do a video instead. So here I am. Like I said, if you've listened to the podcast, you probably already know how I pronounce some things, but why not? It's fun to do. Something different. I'm bored to tears. There's nobody home, and I have nothing better to do. So, here we go. From Cell, we have Rayoden, Serene. I know it's supposed to be Serene. I've known that from the beginning because I looked at the pronunciation guide in the back compulsively. But for some reason I've always read it as Serene in my head. I think Brandon does too, actually, which is funny because he was the one who actually invented the Aeonic pronunciations, but what are you gonna do? There's Bjorn Rathen, Galadon, Dilaf, and Juan Shailu. I always want to say her name Shai, but I have it from, I think, Josh and Mish from 17th Shard that Brandon actually pronounces it Shay, which is interesting. It's also kind of awkward because I did actually take a semester or two of Mandarin at FAU, and so I always want to pronounce her full name with tones, except I don't actually know which tones I would be using, and so it just ends up being really kind of awkward. But there you go, I have my best attempt there for you. Places, we have Arelon, Elantris, and Teod. And miscellaneous, we have Aondor, the Shead, and Dakhor. Excuse me. For Scadrial, there is plenty of stuff to do for Scadrial, isn't there? For characters, we have Elend Venture, Kelsier, Lestiborn, Sazed, Tindwell, Tensoon, Alrian Set, Renault, Demo, Jas Lekal, Orasur, Alendi, Rashek, Ati, Laris, Waxilium Ladrian, and Marasi. For places, we have Luthadel, Hathsin, Fadrex, and Urto. Miscellaneous, Adium, Laracium, I kind of go back and forth between the two. If you had to pin me down, I probably say Laracium more often. I'm pretty sure that's what I said in Shardcast. Could be wrong. Correct me if I am, or not, because it doesn't really matter. Ska, Kolos, and Khandra. I'm also curious how you guys pronounce one of the great houses, and that is House Tekiel. It's funny, Eric, or Chaos on 17th Shard, and I actually traded pronunciations. He used to say it Tekiel, and I said Tekiel, and now he says Tekiel. He picked it up from me. And House Lekal, which is how he pronounced it, I actually used to say it Lekel, which sounds really stupid, so I'm glad I heard an alternate pronunciation there. So I did not make a fool of myself talking about it to other people. Alright, moving on to Nalthis. I remember very, very little from Warbreaker. I picked the book up as soon as it came out. I had actually just finished reading Mistborn. I was just getting into Brandon. I picked the book up, devoured it, remember almost nothing from it. So, gonna be reading some names where I'm not actually sure I remember what or who they are, which is really sad because I am an admin, I should know these things, but that's what rereads are for, right? So, we have Vivenna, Sirena, or Ciri, Susebron, Vasher, Denth, and Larimar. For places, there are Idris, Hallandren, and Telir. And Roshar. We are going to probably hear a lot from me about Roshar on Shardcast because we had a lot of really cool Cosmere stuff happening there, even though, of course, Cosmere is not the main storyline of Stormlight Archive. And we should, of course, remember that and enjoy it for what it is, but there is cool theory stuff going on there, too, so why not? So, characters. We have Kaladin, Dalinar Kholin, Shallan Davar, Yasna colon, Adolin colon, Renarin colon, Zeth Sun Sun Villano, Navani colon, Elhokar, Silfrena, Teravangian. I've always had trouble with his name. I always want to switch the N and the G that are right next to each other, so it comes out Teravagnian, but that is clearly not how it's spelled, so I guess Teravangian would be the closest thing I can think of to how it would actually be said. Kabzal Tien Sadias. I think Brandon pronounced it Eshonai in the readings, but I keep wanting to say it Ishonai. Bonus. No. Rock. His name is Rock. If I had practiced, I might be able to. Let me see if I can do it again. I have to get a little closer to my extremely far away screen here. Numuhukumakiakiaya Lunamore. Ugh. Tongue twister. Part of me wonders if Brandon Googled, like, Polynesian names for this, because it has a very Polynesian syllabic sort of sound to it. Either that or he key mashed and added vowels. But I do like having names and nationalities that, you know, English speakers can't pronounce, because of course that's linguistics. They're going to have things in here that are hard for other languages to understand or produce. So it is a neat touch. Places. Alethkar. I've been saying it Jakaved, but after hearing other people's memes, I realized that Yakaved makes a lot more sense given how Yasna's name is pronounced canonically. So I'm going to try and switch to Yakaved, but I usually say it with a J sound as opposed to the Y. Karbranth, Shinovar, and Urithiru. Miscellaneous Friend, Vorinism, Parshendi, and Race. I'm trying to remember if there were any... Excuse me, let's not touch the mic and make sounds in your ears. I'm trying to remember if there were any else, because I had thought of a couple that didn't come up in this, but I couldn't remember them. So if I think of them, I will record another one, and we can do a second version of this, because it is a lot of fun, and I like hearing your guys' voices. I like hearing how you pronounce things, how you say things. I think we should definitely do more audio-video stuff in the future, because it's a lot of fun. I guess that's it for now. I will try and get this uploaded properly, and I will see you guys around the Cosmere. Bye!